Hey guys, so here in this video I will be talking about why I don't take private commissions. Or why I don't anymore. I used to, but I sort of stopped because of reasons, and I'll be getting deeper into that. But first, let me just start off saying that currently these days, at the time of recording this, I have not been needing to open up for commissions as much as I used to because I have a side job as a waitress, and I also have a Patreon that helps supports my needs. But back in the day, I used to open up for commissions a lot more to help support myself, and every so often I'd come across a person who'd ask me to draw them a private commission of like their super secret character that would, they're so precious to them that they'd never want anyone in the public to ever see them. Being afraid, that someone might steal its design. I'm sure other people have come across people like that. Not that there's anything wrong with that. But there'd be another type of person who'd commission me for like self-portraits, and they'd not want them to be posted on the internet, being afraid that others might recognize them. They'd ask to never show them to anyone around me or post them anywhere online. And, I can understand the portrait thing a bit, but at the same time, I draw them in an anime style, so no one would actually really recognize them anyway. And then, the character wanting them to be private thing, I can understand that a bit too, because I also have characters that I've created, and that I don't want them to make them public just yet. But see, eventually I do plan to make them public. I just don't want to show them off yet until I have their stories all written out and am almost ready to post a comic up, online about them. But see, these people who'd commission me don't have plans for these characters that I'd be drawing at all, and they'll never see other human eyes. Anyway, so I took a few of those in the past. But later, after 2 or 3 of them, they really started to depress me. I mean, I drew a picture that I was so proud of and could have easily spent 10 or 15 hours on, and I couldn't show anyone because I agreed not to. Sure, they paid me to draw it, but I still didn't like it. It's like I drew an awesome picture only to feel like I just burned it up and threw it off a cliff and set it off, in the mail. No one's ever going to see it. And, after all my years of drawing, I've come to enjoy showing people around me what I've spent so much time on. Because, they'd ask me and I'd go, oh, I spent a zillion years drawing this out. Here, see? And so it's a bit torturous not to be able to do that because it's a super secret project. I mean, I wouldn't mind it so much if it was one of those temporary secret projects where you work on a game for a gaming company and you'd get paid to do it, but also later at the end of, the project, you'd get to show it off once, it comes out. Or a book illustration or animating. They keep it secret till everything is good and done, and then it gets published. I don't mind that kind of secretive work. It's just the forever secretive stuff that bothers me. Anyway, so those commissions make me personally feel bitter, so I stopped taking them, and I even wrote in my commission rules that I won't take them anymore, even if people would come up to me and say that they'd pay an additional fee to keep it private. And, I still have to decline them because, first of all, I'm not that desperate for money. And I'm sure there's plenty of artists out there who need the money would probably take on your projects. It's, it's not for me anymore. Alright, so that's why I don't take private commissions anymore. It's not a big, long thing to talk about, but that's my reasons. Anyway, moving on, I guess I'll explain this picture on screen for just a bit before I bring this video to a close. This is a weird portrait drawing that features my persona and her guardian angel, Mr. Pudge. My persona always wears gas masks and business-like Lolita-style dresses, and Mr. Pudge is that fat, tiny business suit angel guy sitting in her hand, my hand, praying for me. and and for this picture, I drew this like wave of hands going around me, kind of symbolizing an angelic protection aura, like because he's praying. So yeah. Anyway, I think when I first planned out this picture, it was going to be like a art cut book cover for my next art book, but I don't know if that's going to happen anymore since I posted it up already and I never said it was going to be a cover. But that's okay. I'll just draw a new one some other time, whenever that is. Anyway, I inked this up using my beloved brush pens. I love them so much. And then I also used a ballpoint pen. It's like a really thin uni ball pen. They make great line details. I love using it. And then I shaded it with gray Prismacolor markers. I think I really like shading it on paper first, and then scanning it into the computer to color on Photoshop. It feels more like a traditional piece of work than a digital piece. So, when you're looking at the physical line art, it just feels a lot more satisfying to see the grayscale shading of the marker on the line art. And I really like it. So I think I'm going to keep doing it from now on. I just really like the look of it. What do you guys think? Alright, so that's all I pretty much have to say for now. I have no idea what else to mention for this picture, but I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll chat with you guys all in the next video. Bye!